Hello? Alright. This still should still be working for me. Uh, yeah, I think this is working. Alright, so, um, with all honesty, I don't even know how to start this other than saying, hi, my name is Zach. I'm 15 years old. I have a family of four, with a little brother named Christopher, a mother and a father. We all seem to live pretty happily, except, I guess it's not so happily as I would originally think it was. Um, I suffer from extreme severe bipolar depression, bipolar, I have autism, I have depression, I have anxiety, I have Asperger's, I have all this crap that's caused a lot of trouble in my life, and a lot of trouble for me getting to where I want to be and where I feel like I should be. I don't really know what I should do, where I should go. This is more of me saying you're not alone, because I know I'm not alone. I recently went through a very devastating breakup with a very loved one, and I just haven't been able to get over it. I tried to escape my feelings through alcohol, through drugs, through smoking. I've lost all motivation to do anything, even the things I love to do, like sports. I've tried to escape everything I can do, and everything I want to do, because I don't know where I want to go from here on out. I guess this is more of an admission that I'm not perfect and I'm not okay. And I've never been okay. I've always just felt shitty, felt terrible. I've never really had a chance to admit a lot of things. And I don't know. I felt like I needed someone to talk to. Someone just sit there and listen to me. I feel like that I have nowhere left to go, and that if I try to talk to it with people in real life, with my friends, it'll just be annoying for them. Talk with my therapist, and it only seems like I get told the same thing over and over again, like it's a record. But I never really get anywhere. I've lost motivation to even get up and go to school anymore. I feel like everywhere I go, there's just gonna be someone else there that's gonna hate on me. It's just gonna show me hate, show me no affection, because that's sort of what I was brought into the world with. In elementary school, I was sexually harassed. I was bullied by absolutely everyone, the kids and even the teachers. There was only 2 people that actually cared for me, and one of them was the social worker. And another one was my friend, who's still my friend to this day. I've met a lot of people who I'm thankful for being in my life, and I'm just trying to get all the shit for myself out of the way. And I'm not looking for anyone to mourn for me. Mourn isn't the right word. I'm not looking for any sympathy from anyone. I just want everyone to know out there that's watching this, that listens to this, that you're not alone. That there are probably millions of people that are there, just sitting in silence, letting their life waste away. And that, even though it doesn't look like it, not everyone is going to be in their best state of mind. I know everyone's probably really sad about things that have been happening lately. And there's gonna be bad things, bad people doing bad stuff. And that's just gonna happen. It's always gonna be there. But every time you think about the bad stuff, you have to think about the good. And the good, it's all around you. You don't even have to go looking for it. Absolutely everywhere, there is someone smiling, someone sharing affection with someone, someone having the best time of their life and laughing and having a great time. And even though it might not be you, it's there, which means it can happen to you. For the 15 years I've been alive, I've noticed that life hits you in waves. And those waves fluctuate. They will have their low points and they will have their high points. And those high points are always the ones that are going to get you. It's those high points that you have to be ready for. The low points are the times where you can feel free and relax. And you don't always need drugs or a smoke or a drink to feel that way. I can tell that to you personally, that it's not going to help. But what will help is having those people there that actually care for you, and by not pushing them away. Because those people that care for you are always going to be there, no matter what. And even if they leave, then they weren't friends. Friends are people that stay for you and stick with you for the rest of your life. I've been dealing with a lot of crap for most of my life. And it hasn't been easy. I've been beat on, I've been abused, emotionally and physically. I've had kids pick on me and beat on me, scream at me, say shit about me that they shouldn't have. But it's okay. Because I wake up and I go through the day. And even though it's going to be hard, and I don't want to do it, it's got to happen. Because there's those times in life where you just need to get up and get going. It's those times in life where you just need to make sure that you're at your strongest. Only you can choose what you want to do. And I know for a lot of people it's going to go right over their heads. They're going to think, oh well, this is just another motivational speaker. He's only doing this for the views and shit. It took me half an hour, maybe more, to even try to put this shit up. But I'm not calling out for help. I was in a mental hospital already. Had all this crap put on me. All of it's stuff I've heard before. And I came out just the same, if not worse. But if I did learn one thing from it, it's that you're not alone. And that there's other people out there. And those other people are the ones you have to get in touch with, hold on to, never let go of. Because those are the ones that are always going to stick with you. I sometimes get lost in my own thoughts, or get lost in my music, wondering what my life would be if I knew back then what I know now. I wasn't the lucky kid that always had the best childhood, was the popular one in elementary school and middle school. I was more the kid that was feared of because he was different and that no one really understood him. And that there was honestly nothing that anyone could do. But that shit happens, man. And it's always gonna happen. I've been kicking down my demons for 15 years. And every single day it gets worse. Because I deal with more and more shit from more and more people. That's okay. Because I learn to forgive but never forget. Because if you forget something that scars you, it's gonna scar you over and over again. And if that's how you want to run your life, that's okay. You can run your life like that. But it's not gonna get any easier. I honestly feel like I'm going over the same point over and over again, but I honestly can't express how important it is for everyone dealing with depression, bipolar depression, clinical depression, anxiety, PTSD, all of this shit, to know that you are not alone. If you need someone to talk to, grab a friend. If you can't trust your friends, don't feel like it's going to be enough, hell, ring up the suicide hotline. I had a lovely conversation with a very nice lady named Cheryl over the suicide hotline for about an hour. Past that point in time, I was like, hell, what am I going to do with my life? I'm failing most of my classes because I'm unmotivated to do shit. And I'm sneaking off campus to smoke weed, get high, smoke, get drunk. Because I just feel like my life's come to an end point. When really it's only beginning. Just because you lose one thing that's special to you doesn't mean you can't go back out there and chase it. Don't fuck up your life in the beginning because you lost something that meant a lot to you. This is the point in time where you need to grow up and say, you know what? Yeah, I did lose this thing. This thing meant a lot to me. But I'm gonna move past it. And if I still want it, I'll chase after it back when I'm stronger. If my feelings change and it wants me back, I don't have to take it back. For the past 3 years, I've only now started to get in contact with society. I was never the social butterfly that everyone thought I was, or expected me to be. Hell, I made friends better than kid next door, but just because I made them doesn't mean I could keep them. And that really took a toll on me. That really affected me. That honestly just beat into my skull like a rock. And it's stuck in there. And all that shit, like, no, you're fat, you're ugly, you don't know how to talk, you're illiterate, you can't speak correctly, what you say makes no sense, you're a dumbass, you're a cunt, you're a slut, you're a whore. All those names that they're gonna call you, and trust me, I know them all. I've been called them all. But that shit you just gotta put behind you. I've been dealing with my past for over 10 years. and I'm just now starting to put it behind me. And with all honesty, I've never felt better once I put it behind me. There's a certain point in time when you realize, you know what? That's true. This is right. You need to put that shit behind you, because it's only going to make you so much worse. And once you realize that, you're going to go after that shit. You're going to be like, God damn, what everyone was telling me is right. It is all just in my head. And it's going to be that awakening moment, so to say. You're not alone, and you never have been. All this bad shit is going to get you down. It's going to hit you like waves. It's going to be a monsoon. But that's okay. You got to get back up and dust yourself off. It's called life. And life's going to be right there knocking at your door. There ain't anything tougher that I've ever faced than living a day in what I can only depict as pure hell. But that's okay, because I get back up and I dust myself off, and I keep going. There was honestly absolutely nothing worse than the feeling of defeat. When you're so close to what you want, and then something comes and sweeps your legs right up underneath you, and you collapse. And it just gets farther away, it seems. But it didn't get farther away. And you didn't get further behind. You stayed at the same distance. You just got below it. That's okay. You can get back up and keep walking. Life is like a mountain that only goes up. You start at the very bottom and you try to climb to the top. No matter who you are, no matter if you're white, no matter if you're black, Hispanic, Asian, we all start at the same point. Doesn't matter if you're rich, doesn't matter if you're dirt poor, doesn't matter if you're living in a dumpster. You start at the same point as everyone else. It's the motivation that says you need to get up and go through it that makes true winners. And those true winners are the ones that are going to get what they want in life. If there is absolutely anything I want anyone to get from this, it is that when you feel like you are alone, you are not. And there is nothing more that you could ever do, nothing worse you could ever do, than give up and sit there. Because once you accept defeat, it's just gonna rush over you. It's going to flood you. And you're not going to be able to get back up then. And you don't want that. I regret a lot of shit in my life that I did. Granted, most of the time I didn't know I was doing anything wrong because I wasn't very socially acceptable. I never really had a chance at a good childhood. And my parents, they did the right thing by keeping me in a public school and not moving me to a private school, because I got to learn those social skills. And those social skills are what is helping me come up and talk to this today. Because I know that after I push that stop button, everyone in the world is going to have access to it. And at this point in time, I'm putting my life on a piece of paper and handing it around the classroom. And those people spread the word to the other people, and it just keeps going on and on and on. And at first I wasn't ready to accept that, because I was embarrassed of who I am and who I was. But I'm not the same person I was anymore. I know I'm not the same person anymore, because I have stable friends, I have good relationships, I can go a day without wanting to murder someone, not wanting to kill myself. I can do all of these things that I couldn't before, because I kept moving. And because I kept moving, that gave me the motivation to put one foot ahead of the other. And as soon as you get that other foot ahead of the other one, it's only going to be a balancing act from there on out. You gotta learn to crawl before you learn to walk. You gotta learn to walk before you learn to run. You gotta learn to run before you learn to sprint. And once you learn to sprint, you're bound to fall over. And from that point on, it's gonna start all over again. But it's how quick you are at catching up to where you were at that one point that makes the difference. You're not alone, and you never will be. Always remember that. There are millions of people out there, and you don't even need to go looking for them. All you need to do is accept that they're there and look for them for help. Thank you.